In this video, I'm going to be talking about what I would do differently if I was learning programming all over again. A little backstory about myself. My name is Joseph. I'm a developer with over 7 years of experience developing web and mobile apps. So I've worked in a bunch of industries, e-commerce, fintech, crypto. I have built as a freelancer. I have worked for a company. I've also built my own apps that people have used and gotten over 20,000 transactions in the process of doing that app. So I do have a bit of experience and know what I'm talking about when I'm saying about these things. So what would I do differently if I was learning in today's age? But before we talk about that, I want to tell you how it was back in my day. When I was starting to learn out, it was quite disorganized. Primarily I got into tech because of a friend of mine. He's in Canada and he does quite well for himself right now. But primarily, I got into tech to know how to build apps and know how to make some money for myself. But primarily, you see that everything was disorganized, information was scattered. The only way you could really get organized information was through books and stuff. But if you ran into some kind of errors or issues, good luck, because you had to start looking through Stack Overflow, going on YouTube, and all these things became, made it much more difficult to learn code in my day. So you can get by with all those restrictions primarily in this day and age because of AI, and I want to share how I would go about learning it today. So step one, you would want to have a goal. Why am I learning this thing? Like I said, for me it was learning how to build, websites so that I can make some money. For you, it could be like to just, get through the fear of what you might not know anything about programming, and you might be like, okay, let me just get through this fear of this thing, build a few projects and get some confidence. It could be a job, it could be doing client work. Whatever your reason is, just have a goal. So you have to have short-term goals and you have to have long-term goals. So the short-term is I want to build like a few projects in 3 months. The long-term goal, land the career or be at this point in my journey. Then I would have a roadmap. So it's taking me some years to get to this point, but I've seen that you can still push through some of and learn skills in shorter time frames. So for instance, I've picked up learning even some other JavaScript languages in little as 2 to 3 months, and building out very, very quote unquote complex softwares with it. So with AI and with having the clear understanding of what you want, you will get there. So there are different tracks. Pick one and stick to it for an extended period of time. At least for everything you're doing, at least dedicate 3 to 6 months for each section. So you have web, mobile. On the web, you have front end, back end, being a full stack. So pick whatever one. If you want me to make a full roadmap, I will. And just drop it in the comments and I will drop such a video. So have a roadmap, learn actively. You must keep learning. You have to learn through tutorials, learn through AI. If you get stuck, consult AIs. But if you want some sort of someone to hold your hand, someone to potentially talk to apart from an AI, I'll leave a pinned comment where you can reach out to me, book a calendar with me, or message me on Twitter, and we can pick up a conversation from there on what you need, and we can help you. Then keep building. The thing is, you cannot be learning programming and just be in theory land. It's impossible. You didn't learn shit. So just ensure that you're building as you are learning. Some mistakes to avoid: skipping the fundamentals. Yes, AI will make things quicker for you. AI will make things faster for you, but don't skip the fundamentals. Don't skip the basics. I recently built an app in 7 days, so I will post the video here so that you can watch it. But if I didn't know the fundamentals, if I skipped any of this, it would be difficult because there were errors that came along and stuff. So don't skip the fundamentals. Then also use Git and GitHub early to know how to use that, because it's important for storing your work and knowing what part your app was at. Because if you're using AI in your workflow, AI knows how to change things when you don't notice. So it's important that you get in and get aware of these things quicker. So stop comparing yourself to others. It doesn't help. It does not help you at all in any way, shape, or form. Like me, I built an app in 7 days. It will take you like a month. It will take you like 2 months to build something way less than that. But you can't compare myself to you. The whole reason I even did that was just to push my own abilities. What am I even really capable of as a developer all these years I've been building? And with this AI thing, how am I able to use it to build today? And in 7 days I had an app. So it's not like it's done, but at least I'm making more iterations and it's coming along quickly. Don't compare yourself to others, it doesn't help. So some final things you should note. Consistency is greater than intensity any day, anytime. 1 hour a day is better than 5 hours a week in one time. So anybody that's learning 1 hour, 2 hours a day in a week, that is, if you're dedicating every day, that is 10 to 14 hours compared to 5 hours. And over time, you become better. And when you're learning, like they said, it's not linear, it's exponential. So the more time you put into it, the faster you get and the better you get. I've seen it happen many times, and it's not something I would tell you to do if it doesn't work. Embrace debugging. You have issues, you have errors. Then you have Stack Overflow, but speak with, like I said, you can speak with myself below. We'll get through your errors, or you still use AI to solve the problems. Most of the time, at least, you will be able to solve your issues 70% of the time with AI. So also join communities, join mentorships, be part of a group. So yeah, that's today's video. Thank you for watching. Like I said, if you need help, if you're a beginner, if any of this still is lost with you, I understand you need help and you need support in this journey, because it's lonely, it can be difficult, you want to give up, but sometimes you need help because the answer you're looking for is just literally on the lips of somebody else, just there. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.